He was a husband, a father, a man who worked hard every day to provide for his wife and children. But in the blink of an eye, everything he loved was torn apart. Not by a crime he committed, not by violence, but by a trial, one fueled by lies, corruption, and ambition. This is the story of the trial that ruined an entire family. It began in the year 1985, in a quiet suburban neighborhood in the city of Agodo in the African part of the world. The Agumadu family was well known in the community. A father who worked construction, a mother who volunteered at the local church, 3 kids who were inseparable at school. To neighbors, they were the picture of stability. But one night, flashing police lights shattered that image forever. Authorities arrested the father, accusing him of embezzling thousands of dollars from his employer. The charge? Serious financial fraud. Enough to carry years in prison if proven. The family pleaded his innocence. He swore he had no part in it. But to the police and the prosecution, he wasn't just a suspect. He was their perfect scapegoat. The trial began quickly, and from the very start, it was clear something was wrong. Prosecutors claimed he had transferred money into hidden accounts. But the so-called evidence was shaky at best. Spreadsheet printouts with no digital trace, anonymous tips with no names attached, and a narrative that didn't add up. Still, the jury was swayed by the performance. The prosecutor painted him as a greedy man, one who betrayed his company, his friends, and even his family. The press latched onto the story, calling him the thief in plain sight. Inside the courtroom, his wife and children sat in the front row, clinging to hope. They knew the truth. They believed in his innocence. But as days turned into weeks, the weight of the system crushed them. When the verdict came, it felt like a death sentence. Guilty. The judge handed down a prison sentence that would keep him locked away for decades. The family was devastated. His wife had to sell their home to cover legal bills. The children, once full of life, withdrew in shame, bullied at school for their father's conviction. The family's name, once respected, became a whisper of scandal, and all of it was built on lies. Years passed. The family struggled to survive. The mother worked 3 jobs to feed her children. The father wasted away behind bars, his appeals denied one after another. Holidays were spent apart, birthdays celebrated with phone calls that ended too soon. The family was broken, not just financially, but emotionally. Every visit to the prison left the children with the same haunting question. When is Dad coming home? But there was never an answer. Then a twist no one expected. A whistleblower inside the very company that accused him came forward. The fraud? It wasn't committed by the father at all. It was orchestrated by senior executives, men who had framed him to cover their own crimes. Buried evidence was uncovered. Emails, hidden documents, and even testimony that had been suppressed during the trial. Everything pointed to one shocking conclusion. He had been innocent the entire time. After more than a decade, his conviction was finally overturned. He walked out of prison a free man. But freedom came at a terrible price. His children were no longer children. They were adults, strangers he barely knew. His wife, exhausted from years of struggle, had grown distant. The family that once laughed around the dinner table was fractured beyond repair. The trial didn't just steal his freedom. It destroyed the bond of a family that could never be fully restored. And yet, no one was punished for the lies. The prosecutors moved on with their careers. The executives who framed him faced minor fines. Some retired with wealth and comfort. Meanwhile, one man lost everything, and an entire family carried the scars of a justice system that failed them. So what does justice really mean if clearing your name comes only after losing everything that mattered? This was more than just a wrongful conviction. It was a reminder that when the system fails, it doesn't destroy just one person. It destroys everyone who loves them. The trial ruined an entire family. And the haunting question remains. How many other families are being torn apart right now? In silence, waiting for the truth to come out. What do you think? Should the people who knowingly destroyed this family face the same punishment? Or is this just another example of how the system protects itself at any cost? This is the story of the trial that ruined an entire family.